Imagine you're on a small boat in the middle of the ocean, navigating through a sudden and violent storm. Waves crash against the sides, and for a moment, it feels like everything is out of control. But then, you remember that while you can't control the storm, you can adjust your sails, steady the rudder, and navigate through the tempest. This, in essence, is the heart of Stoicism, a powerful philosophy that teaches us that while we may not control all the external events in our lives, we can control our responses, steering ourselves through the storms of life with dignity and peace. This philosophy's birth is as dramatic as the principles it espouses. It began with Zeno of Cituim, a wealthy merchant who lost everything when his ship sank in a storm near Athens. From the wreckage of his material life, Zeno emerged with a new perspective. He wandered into a bookshop, stumbled upon the teachings of Socrates, and thus began his journey towards founding Stoicism. Zeno's shipwreck is not just a tale of loss, it's a story of transformation and insight, demonstrating that sometimes our greatest adversities can lead to profound revelations and a better path forward. Stoicism, refined through the writings of philosophers like Seneca, Epictetus, and Marcus Aurelius, offers timeless wisdom that remains profoundly relevant in our modern world. It's not a dry academic theory, but a practical guide for living a good life. One that equips us with the tools to handle anything life throws our way, from minor inconveniences to major tragedies. Stoicism teaches us that by focusing on our internal states, our thoughts, reactions, and emotions, we can find strength, happiness, and an unbeatable spirit. Imagine being so in tune with yourself that no external circumstance could ever shake your core or dictate your happiness. This is the promise of Stoicism. So whether you're navigating personal challenges, seeking peace in turbulent times, or simply curious about how to live a more contented life, join us as we explore the undefeatable spirit of Stoicism, starting with the four virtues: wisdom, courage, justice, and temperance. At the heart of Stoicism lies the pursuit of wisdom, specifically the wisdom to distinguish between what is within our control and what is not. This wisdom is akin to the skill of a gardener who understands that he can till the soil, plant the seeds, and water them, but he cannot control the weather or guarantee the harvest. He focuses his efforts on his actions, not on the outcomes. Consider a modern professional navigating the complexities of workplace dynamics. They apply their skills and work ethic diligently, understanding that promotions or recognition are influenced by numerous factors beyond their control. By focusing on personal growth and excellence in their work rather than external validations, they embody Stoic wisdom. Courage in Stoicism isn't just about bold actions, but also about facing everyday challenges with resilience and integrity. It's the courage to speak the truth, to stand up for what's right, and to face life's adversities without fear of discomfort. Imagine someone battling a chronic illness. Every day, they choose to focus on their treatment and maintain a positive outlook despite the pain and uncertainty. Their courage lies in their resilience and their ability to confront their situation with a steadfast spirit. Stoic justice involves treating others with fairness, kindness, and understanding. It's about recognizing our interconnectedness and our responsibilities towards each other in a community or society. A community leader working to bridge divides and address inequalities exemplifies Stoic justice. They listen actively, advocate for fair treatment, and dedicate themselves to serving the common good, ensuring that their actions contribute positively to the welfare of others. Temperance, or moderation, is about finding the right measure in everything we do, avoiding excess and deficiency. It's the virtue that regulates our desires, helping us achieve a balanced and harmonious life. In an age of overconsumption and constant connectivity, practicing digital detoxes exemplifies temperance. By setting boundaries with technology, individuals find a healthier balance between online and offline life, leading to improved mental health and well-being. In the bustling rhythm of modern life, our emotional landscape often resembles a stormy sea, whipped into chaos by external pressures and internal turmoil. Stoicism teaches us to become like the lighthouse, steadfast and calm amidst the storm, guiding our emotions rather than being overwhelmed by them. It doesn't mean denying feelings, but understanding and managing them with clarity and wisdom. The next time you feel overwhelmed by stress or anger, pause, take a deep breath, and ask yourself, is this within my control? This simple question can help you navigate your emotions more wisely, reducing the intensity of stress and promoting emotional equilibrium. If you're finding value in this exploration of Stoicism and its application in modern life, don't forget to like this video and subscribe. Adversity and failure are inevitable aspects of the human experience, yet Stoicism offers a beacon of hope. It encourages us to view challenges not as insurmountable obstacles, but as opportunities for growth and learning. Like a tree that grows stronger in response to the wind, we too can strengthen our character in the face of adversity. Consider the story of a small business owner who faces bankruptcy. Instead of succumbing to despair, they apply Stoic principles, focusing on what they can control, like innovating their business model and learning from past mistakes. Their journey through hardship becomes a testament to resilience, ultimately leading to a more robust and successful enterprise. Our happiness and peace of mind often hinge not on our circumstances, but on how we perceive them. Stoicism teaches us the power of perspective, seeing the glass as half full rather than half empty. It's about finding the silver lining, even in difficult situations, and understanding that our perception shapes our reality. Imagine you're stuck in traffic. You can view this as wasted time, growing frustrated and agitated, or you can see it as an opportunity to listen to your favorite podcast or audiobook. The situation hasn't changed, but your experience of it has, all thanks to a shift in perspective. Change and uncertainty are constants in life, yet they often provoke anxiety and fear. Stoicism, however, teaches us to embrace the impermanence of existence, reminding us that change is not only inevitable, but also a source of beauty and growth. Like the seasons that cycle through renewal and decay, our lives too are in a constant state of flux, and there is peace to be found in this natural rhythm. Reflect on a significant change in your life that initially seemed daunting. With time, what lessons did you learn from this experience? How did it contribute to your personal growth? Comment down below. Recognizing the positive outcomes of past changes can help us approach future uncertainties with a more open and optimistic mindset. If this journey resonates with you, if you find solace, inspiration, or guidance in the timeless wisdom of Stoicism, I invite you to like the video and subscribe. The dichotomy of control, a fundamental concept in Stoicism, teaches us to distinguish between what is within our control and what lies beyond it. This discernment is crucial for living a life of contentment and resilience. By focusing our energy and attention on our own actions, choices, and attitudes, elements we can control, we free ourselves from unnecessary frustration and suffering over external events and the actions of others, which are beyond our direct control. Envision life as a game of cards. You cannot choose the cards you're dealt, but you can decide how to play them. This analogy encapsulates the essence of the dichotomy of control. What happens to us, our cards, is often outside our control, but our responses, our strategies, and our attitudes are ours to command. Epictetus, a Stoic philosopher who was born into slavery, exemplified this principle. Despite his constrained circumstances, he focused on his inner life, his responses, perceptions, and moral choices. He later gained his freedom and taught others that true freedom comes from within, not from external conditions. Each evening, take a few minutes to reflect on your day. Identify moments when you felt upset or frustrated by something beyond your control. Consider how shifting your focus to your response might change your perspective or alleviate your distress. Make a two-column list. On one side, write down things you can control. For example, your effort, your attitude, your kindness. On the other, list things you can influence but not control. For example, other people's opinions, the outcome of a project. This visual exercise reinforces where your focus and energies are best directed. Admiral James Stockdale, a United States Navy officer held captive during the Vietnam War, used the dichotomy of control to endure his 7-year imprisonment. Despite facing brutal conditions, he focused on his internal responses, his dignity, integrity, and the choice to never lose hope. Stockdale's survival and leadership under such dire circumstances offer a powerful modern testament to the strength and resilience fostered by Stoic principles. Stoicism, with its emphasis on resilience, perspective, and inner strength, offers invaluable tools for overcoming obstacles. The philosophy teaches that obstacles are not impediments, but pathways to growth and improvement. Our perception of obstacles significantly influences our ability to overcome them. Stoicism teaches that by changing our perceptions, we can transform obstacles into opportunities. This doesn't mean naively ignoring difficulties, but rather approaching them with a mindset that seeks growth and learning. Consider the entrepreneur who sees a failed business venture not as a defeat, but as a valuable lesson. This perspective shift allows them to analyze what went wrong, apply these lessons to future endeavors, and approach new projects with greater wisdom and resilience. Here, the obstacle has become a stepping stone to eventual success. Another cornerstone of Stoicism, resilience, is the ability to bounce back from setbacks stronger than before. Stoic practices, like focusing on what we can control and accepting what we cannot, build this resilience by fostering a deep sense of inner peace and strength. Imagine resilience as a muscle. Just as muscles become stronger through the stress of exercise, our resilience grows through the challenges we face. Stoicism provides the exercise routine for our resilience, teaching us to work through difficulties with grace and fortitude. The Stoic approach to handling loss and hardship is characterized by acceptance and the search for meaning. Stoics don't deny the pain of loss, but choose to focus on cherishing memories, learning from experiences, and finding ways to honor lost ones through our actions. Marcus Aurelius, despite being one of the most powerful men in the world as the Roman emperor, faced personal tragedies, including the death of several children. He turned to Stoicism to find solace and purpose, writing meditations that reflect on the impermanence of life and the importance of living according to virtue. His writings continue to offer comfort and guidance to those facing loss, demonstrating how Stoic wisdom transcends time and personal circumstance. Stoicism, often misunderstood, is sometimes seen as a philosophy of emotional suppression or indifferent passivity. However, these perceptions miss the nuanced and profoundly life-affirming essence of Stoic philosophy. Stoicism does not advocate for the suppression of emotions, but for understanding and managing them constructively. Stoics recognize emotions as natural human responses, but emphasize the importance of not being controlled by them. The goal is emotional resilience, experiencing feelings without being overwhelmed and reacting to them with reason and perspective. Contrary to the belief that Stoicism promotes passivity, it actually encourages proactive engagement with the world. Stoics advocate for taking action in line with virtue and what is within one's control. The philosophy teaches acceptance of what cannot be changed, not as a resignation to fate, but as a recognition of the limits of individual influence, directing energy towards where it can make a real difference. Stoicism does not aim to eliminate desires, but to align them with reality and virtue. It teaches moderation, not abstinence, advocating for a life where joy is not dependent on external circumstances, but on inner fulfillment and virtue. This approach leads to a richer, more meaningful life, free from the tyranny of uncontrolled desires and external validations. As we conclude our journey through the principles and practices of Stoicism, it's clear that this ancient philosophy offers much more than historical curiosity. It provides a timeless framework for living with intention, resilience, and joy, even in the face of life's inevitable challenges. Stoicism teaches us how to cultivate an undefeatable spirit, one that embraces life's complexities with wisdom, courage, justice, and temperance. Stoicism empowers us to navigate the unpredictable seas of life with a steady hand and a calm mind. It reminds us that while we cannot control the wind and the waves, we can adjust our sails and steer our course with purpose and dignity. By focusing on what is within our control and accepting what is not, we find peace and strength. Stoicism doesn't make life easier, but it teaches us to be stronger, turning obstacles into opportunities for growth and self-improvement. You don't need to be a philosopher to apply Stoic principles in your life. Start small, perhaps with a daily reflection on the dichotomy of control, or by practicing gratitude for the things you have, rather than lamenting what you don't. When faced with adversity, remember the Stoic virtues. Approach the situation with wisdom, face it with courage, treat others involved with justice, and seek balance and moderation in your response. Now more than ever, the world needs individuals who can face uncertainty with a calm and steady heart, who can find joy and meaning in the simple acts of living virtuously, and who can contribute to the well-being of others with kindness and fairness. We invite you to take a step towards embodying the Stoic virtues in your own life, to cultivate an inner resilience that can withstand any storm. As Marcus Aurelius once wrote, "Very little is needed to make a happy life. It is all within yourself, in your way of thinking." Let this be a guiding light as you navigate the complexities of the modern world. Embrace the wisdom of Stoicism and discover the strength, peace, and fulfillment that come from living in accordance with nature and reason. Our exploration of Stoicism might end here, but your journey with this transformative philosophy is just beginning. Whether you're navigating personal challenges, seeking peace in turbulent times, or striving for a life of virtue and meaning. The principles of Stoicism offer a reliable compass. In embracing Stoicism, you join a timeless community of individuals seeking to live with intention, resilience, and joy. Remember, the undefeatable spirit of Stoicism isn't about never facing challenges. It's about choosing how you respond to them. It's a journey of constant learning, growth, and self-discovery. So, take what you've learned, apply it in your daily life, and watch as the world opens up in new and meaningful ways. Thank you for joining us on this journey through the timeless wisdom of Stoicism. May you find in it the strength, peace, and joy you seek. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already.